everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to make this pretty birthday card with products from the new annual catalog. And just before we get started, I just wanted to make a note about my Facebook group. The link is down below. I do keep it private so that spammers don't come in, but anyone is welcome if you're interested in Stampin' Up! Or crafting or scrapbooking. We'd love to have you. We have a really nice group. But anyways, let's get started. So we're going to start with a piece of Blackberry Bliss, and this is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Then we have a layering piece of basic white, and this is cut at 5 3/4 by 4 1/8. We'll just put that over there. And then we'll have a piece of basic beige. This is a new neutral in the new catalog, which I really love. And this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to start by stamping on this piece. So we're going to take the stamp set we're going to use first is this Spotlight on Nature. This is a really pretty set. It comes in a bundle, or is available, I should say, in a bundle. You can buy the pieces separately if you want as well. With these circle dies, we're going to be using these two today. And then you can see there's a whole nother layer of circle dies with nice patterns around them. So that I've really been enjoying. And then I'll just show you our sentiment is coming from Sweetly Scripted, and that is in the online exclusives. All right, so we're going to start with this leaf here with the basic beige. And we're just going to come up from the bottom a little bit first. We're going to do tone on tone, so basic beige on basic beige. I'm just going to stamp, and then I'm going to come up a little bit in the middle, just a little bit. I didn't want to really overlap, but I didn't want to leave it blank either. And then just a little bit on the side here. And then we'll do a little bit on this side. I can't stamp with my left hand. All right, there we go. And now I'm just going to flip it and do the same thing at the top. So come in from the side, and then the other side, a little in the middle, and then again on each side just a little bit. No, that's not right. I need to switch it that way. Okay. This is the last one with this one. There we go. And we're going to be doing some coloring that's called no line coloring today. So you can see I stamped the image, but you can't really see the lines. And that's because when you use a light color like basic beige and then a darker color like the Blackberry Bliss and Pretty Peacock, you can achieve a look that doesn't really have a lot of color in it. Or a lot of lines, rather, not color. So let me just find, whoops, where did it go? Oh, right here in front of me. All right, so we're going to just stamp this on basic white, and we're going to use the basic beige again. Okay, and we're just going to stamp, I have a piece, this is, the basic white is 5 1/4 by 4, but you can use whatever the flower will fit on, any scrap paper you have. So then what I did is I cut it out. I used Pretty Peacock and cut that piece out. Whoops, we got one straggler there left. Okay. And then I used this piece of the same die set, and I cut that out with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But instead of making you watch me color and cut, I've already started coloring this piece here. Let me take this other piece away because we don't really need that right now. So what I'm going to come do is I'm going to come in with a dark Blackberry Bliss and outline this flower. And I'm just going right around so you can't see any of the lines anymore of where we stamped. All right, and I'm going to give it all the outline, and then I'm just going to come in a little bit down here. It's more full, and then put a few little lines for some definition into the flowers. Then I'm going to come in with the light Blackberry Bliss and just fill that in. And you could use the brush side of your Stampin' Blend for this, but I find I have a lot more control with the smaller side. And it's a little more firm for my liking. I'm just randomly coloring that in. So then I'm going to come in with the dark Pretty Peacock. That's the light. And we're going to do basically the same thing for the stem and the leaves. So I'm just going to come down like this and then outline my leaves a little bit in the middle here. This one's smaller, so you're not going to really fit too much in that middle. And then we'll come in again and just fill that in. And you can just see this gives it a totally different look than if you were to stamp it in black and then color that in. I like to do that as well. It just depends on what we're doing. And then I have a piece here of basic beige. This is cut at 4 by 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to come in with that Happy Birthday from the Sweetly Scripted set. I do want my scrap here again because it does go off what I've cut. I'm just going to line that up. There we go. And I have to say, this Sweetly Scripted set is one of the nicest stamping sets. Like, it just comes out beautifully each time. I don't get a shadow. Of course, I don't press too hard either, but I never seem to have a problem with it. All right, so let's put our card together here. I'm going to adhere the basic beige right onto this layering piece of basic white. Let's make sure I've got a nice border around the whole thing. All right, then this is just going to go right on to our base of Blackberry Bliss. And again, I'm just making sure that we have a nice border around it. These two pieces get adhered together. And I kind of alternated so that the flower design was in between the border on that one, but you could line them up exactly as well. All right, this is going to go right in the middle here. Well, let's do it this way, I think. I like the flower up a little bit more. So for this piece, I'm going to use some dimensionals and a glue dot. I'm going to use dimensionals on the outside because I want it to pop up a little bit, but I don't want to put a dimensional here because then it's going to be uneven. So I'm just going to take a glue dot. It's a little bit thicker than a regular adhesive, but yet not as thick as a glue dot, just to anchor that in the middle as well. Alrighty, and then we're just going to put it on right about here. And then the last thing I did was I made a little knot. Now this ribbon is in the new annual catalog, and this comes as a pair, the petal pink and the basic white. But I'm just going to use the basic white for today. We're just going to make a knot. Grab some ribbon scissors and trim that. There we go. And I'm going to use a glue dot to put that on as well. Whoops. All right. And then I'm just going to put that right here at the bottom, like that. And that's all there is to it with this card. So here's the one we made. Here is our original one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, just leave them listed down below, and all of my socials will be listed down below as well. Thank you.